Hey guys, BoHD here from How To and More, and today I want to take a look at the all-new Nexus 7 with its all-new screen, processor, and of course Android 4.3. So before we get into all that goodness, let's go ahead and unbox this guy by sliding off the outside cover and slicing open the protective seal that keeps this box together. So once that's out of the way, you'll find the Nexus 7 looking nice with its all-black front with no logos or branding at all. This is one of my favorite things about the Nexus products is the lack of advertising on the front of their devices. I mean, sure, the back is covered with the Nexus and Asus logos, but the front is where your eyes will be, so I think it's really nice to see it super clean. But as we dive further into the box, you'll find all your standard instructions and manuals in several different languages, sitting right on top of the micro USB cable adjacent to the wall adapter. Now if we take a look at the Nexus 7 again and pry off that plastic protective cover, immediately I noticed the soft touch back that coats the edges of this device and makes it really nice to hold in the hand. I gotta say, it's much better than the slimy plastic I am way too familiar with on other devices. But overall it doesn't seem to be too heavy and the button layout is really nice and minimal. The left side of this device is clean with no buttons, while the right side holds the power and volume up and down controls. The top holds the 3.5mm headphone jack for all your music listening needs, while the micro USB plug sits at the bottom. On the front of the Nexus 7, you'll find the ambient light sensor and 1.2 megapixel camera, and the notification light, which is at the bottom of the tablet instead of at the top like most other Android devices. Last comes the 5 megapixel camera on the back in the upper left hand corner, with of course the Nexus and Asus branding. So I gotta say, Google did an excellent job designing this tablet as it looks really sleek and simple. The only thing I've noticed that was somewhat annoying is the power and volume up and down controls are sort of indented into the device, which makes it hard to press. You almost have to kind of curve your fingers around the device to actually press the buttons. But all in all, the appearance is fantastic, and that's not even where the Nexus 7 shines. With the quad-core Snapdragon S4 processor in here, full HD display, and of course, Android 4.3, the Nexus 7 has definitely presented me with the best Android experience I have experienced so far. I want to prefix this with the fact that this is my first Nexus product, and while I've used CyanogenMod for a while, the stock Android feel is just unrivaled on this tablet. It's incredibly smooth and fluid, and everything just works really well. And for having a slightly dated processor, the Nexus 7 seems to be just as fast, or at least comparable to some of the other devices that I've tested with the latest Snapdragon 600 processors. I don't know if it's just Android 4.3, but it's definitely a nice surprise. I can't wait to test out all these areas of this device, including the battery life and camera, for my upcoming review, but I want to ask you guys, what do you think of the Android operating system in 2013? Do you think Android 4.3 was a big enough update to keep up with the iOS and other operating systems? I really want to know what you guys have to say down below in the comment, so go ahead and leave a comment down below and you might be featured in my next video. So that about do it for this video, guys. If you haven't checked out my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab 3 8.0, you can do that right down below. And also take a look at my unboxing and first impressions of Google's Chromecast if you are craving some more Google goodness. But as always, guys, I'm BoHD from How To and More. Thanks for watching.